Hi, everyone. My name is Maggie Cahill.
And I'm Father Joe Carey, and we want to welcome you to The Cup of Joe.
Hey there, FJ.
How you doing? We gotta get you a cup of Joe.
I know. I don't have one.
Okay,
You're always coming on here with all different kinds of mugs, and I just use the same one every week.
I'm gonna help you out.
See what you can do for me.
Okay.
All right.
So we're into the Easter season, and during these weeks we have some great Gospels. Starting from Easter Sunday onward. So I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad I asked too.
I think that my favorite gospel from the Easter season is the one that we hear on Easter Sunday. And it's, man, I can't remember which gospel writer it's from, but it's the one where Mary Magdalene goes to the tomb, Jesus isn't there, and then Peter and the unnamed disciple, who we think is John, show up. They race each other there.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's the whole thing about how one gets there before the other one because he ran faster. And then they go away, and then Mary Magdalene stays. And then later, a little bit later on in the story, Jesus appears to her and calls her by name. Mary. And I really have never thought all that much about it. But this year, one thing that I was really thinking about that I liked was that Mary goes to the tomb, and I can only imagine what she was thinking, you know, when, like, that must have been so confusing because she probably thought, oh, Jesus died, and how could this happen? He's supposed to, you know, be the Son of God. How could this be? But there's nothing that she has to do for him to call her name. Like, she doesn't know what to do until she goes and gets Peter and John, and they come, but they don't really know what to do, and nobody really knows what to do. But that's kind of the whole point. Like, they didn't have to do anything. He just appeared to her and called her
Jesus
by name. Yeah, so Jesus did it.
You know, that's kind of interesting because that could kind of be a theme throughout of all these things, that Jesus feeds people. Or like my favorite story is the road to Emmaus.
How come?
Because they don't, these two guys are walking along and they don't recognize that it's Jesus until they break bread with him. And then their eyes are opened. And they're so overjoyed, and they are excited to tell the others. Going back to Jerusalem, you know, so when they go back, they said our hearts were on fire because we recognize the risen Lord, and how our faith can enliven us and make our hearts on fire to continue the work of Jesus. So it's all about Jesus is doing all and we're receiving it.
That's right.
And just like Mary Magdalene didn't have to do anything, but announce, I've seen the Lord. And that's kind of basic Christianity.
Yeah, and he knows how to speak to each of the people in the Gospels, and he speaks to them all a little differently. But he knows what's going to get their attention.
Right, absolutely. So that's a great lesson for us.
It is.
To look at all these Gospels during these next weeks.
It is. I'm excited for a few more weeks of Easter fun.
Okay, all right. So, and we want everyone to know
we love you.